Hey guys, you're watching Fitness Regiment, and in this video I will be going over chapter 2. I'm going to split it up into two videos because it's fairly long. In the first part we're going to talk about mathematical operations and vectors. So we've already seen the plus operator, which performs addition. However, what you might have not noticed is that as well as adding two numbers together, you can use it on vectors. The colon operator does the same thing, and we've already seen the concatenate function. Concatenate is a Latin word which means connect together. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, to be honest. And it just means making a chain of values and just basically creating vectors. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to play the video here that I've recorded. So we're going to go ahead and show the plus function. We're going to do 1 colon operator 5 plus 6 colon operator 10. And here you can see that it works. You can do it on paper. We're going to do the same with the concatenation function. We're going to create two vectors and add them straight away. And you can check the results yourself. Now I'm going to pause here because the next part is very important. If we were writing a language like C, we would need to be writing loops in order to perform addition or any type of operation on elements inside of the vectors. However, R is something, it's called vectorized. And what this means, it's got different meanings in R, but the most common of which is that an operator or function will act on each element of the vector without you needing to explicitly write a loop for it. So what we can see is, for example, we can also do a second meaning of it is you can take a function and the function can take a vector as an input and calculate the summary statistic. So for example, we can do sum of 1 to 5 as we've seen before, and also the median of 1 to 5. So here we go. However, because of the third definition of vectorization in R, it's basically when a function calculates a summary statistic from several input arguments, some cannot do this. For example, median. You cannot do median of more than 2, and you can do sum. So I'm just going to go ahead and show it. So when you do sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it's going to give you the sum. However, if I try to do the same thing to median, it's going to just give me an error message because it's going to say that the arguments 3, 4, and 5 were unused. And so that's something very important to look into because it's very unusual for any type of function to be able to take several arguments. The sum function can do it, but many cannot. So all the arithmetic operators, not just the plus, are vectorized and follow all of these same definitions. And so we're going to go ahead and show a few different ones here. We're going to show subtraction. I'm just going to concatenate a vector and subtract every single one by 2. So if I concatenate a vector and I go minus 2, it's going to subtract every element in here by 2, as you can clearly see. You can do the same thing with multiplication. You can use the colon operator to create 2 of them and then multiply them. And we can also use identical for exponentiation to check whether these two different vectors numbers are identical, which they are. It's giving us a true statement instead of false. We can do floating point division, which is going to divide every single from 1 to 10 there. We can do the same thing with integers, and we can also do the same with remainders. So that's something to play around with. I would check each one of these values yourself, play around with some different numbers, maybe think up some fun stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video here. And it's very important to know how R performs its arithmetic operations, because later on when you're creating functions or trying to go through a specific piece of code, or especially if you're using more complex IDEs, you're going to want to really remember how all of this works so that you're not wondering where the remainder is, or you're not wondering why your median function isn't giving out what you wanted it to. So I want to keep this video short. I'm probably already over the 4 limit minute. Yep, I am. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to go deeper into different operations, vectors, and assigning values. So I hope I can finish chapter 2 in 1 or 2 more videos. So thanks for watching and good luck.